Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Writing Practices. In today's video, we're going to break down how to write a business termination letter. Whether you're winding down your own business or need to inform clients about a closure, crafting this letter properly is crucial. It helps maintain your professionalism and ensures you close your business dealings respectfully. So let's go step by step, and by the end, you'll be able to write a clear and effective letter of your own. Sender's contact information. When you're writing a business termination letter, it's important to start with your contact information. This is typically placed at the top of the letter, either centered or aligned to the left. For example, you'll include your name or your business name, your address, and the best way for them to contact you. You might want to add an email address and phone number too, so they can get in touch with you easily in case they have questions or need clarifications. By putting this at the top, you ensure your recipient knows exactly who the letter is coming from right away. It establishes your business as professional and organized, and it's especially important if you're communicating with people who may not have frequent contact with you. Date. Next, we move on to the date section. You'll place this directly below your contact information. Here, you write the date you are sending the letter. Make sure it's written clearly. Use the full date, like November 26th, 2024. This helps your recipient know exactly when you're notifying them, which can be important for any deadlines or time-sensitive matters. It also acts as a reference point for any future communication or if the letter is needed for legal purposes. It's always best to keep things clear and precise. Recipient's contact information. Just below the date, you'll want to include the recipient's contact information. This is where you'll write the recipient's name, their business name, if applicable, and their address. If you know the specific person you're addressing, it's always better to use their name rather than a general term like to whom it may concern. Addressing the person by name adds a personal touch and ensures your letter reaches the right individual, especially if it's a business and there are multiple departments. Keep it formal and clear to show respect for the recipient. Subject line. Now let's move on to the subject line. This section is brief, but incredibly important. In your subject line, you'll want to clearly indicate the purpose of your letter. For example, notice of business termination. Keeping it short and straightforward ensures that the recipient knows what to expect as soon as they see the letter. It's also a good practice to keep the subject line direct, because if the letter is being filed or kept for record keeping, it will be easy to identify. Plus, the subject line sets the tone for the rest of the letter. Salutation. Next comes the salutation. This is the part where you greet the recipient. If you know the person's name, use it. For example, Dear Mr. Smith or Dear Ms. Johnson. If you're not sure who you're addressing, to whom it may concern, works just fine. In a business context like this, it's important to keep the salutation professional. This shows respect and maintains a formal tone throughout the letter. Opening paragraph. Purpose of the letter. Now we get into the heart of your business termination letter. The opening paragraph. Here's where you clearly state that your business is ceasing operations and give the specific date the termination will take effect. For example, you might say, I am writing to formally notify you that your business name will cease operations effective specific date. You can also briefly explain why this is happening, whether it's due to market conditions, financial reasons, or other circumstances. Keep it concise and straightforward. Being clear about the date helps your recipient plan accordingly, whether they're awaiting a final order or working on other logistics. A brief explanation of why you're closing down can also help soften the news and show that it's a well-thought-out decision. Second paragraph. Appreciation for the relationship. In the second paragraph, it's nice to add a little bit of appreciation. This is especially important if you've had a long business relationship with the recipient. For instance, you could say something like, We deeply value the relationship we have built with you over the course of duration of relationship. Your trust and support have been critical to our business, and we are grateful for the opportunity to serve you. This section allows you to show your gratitude and helps leave the recipient with a positive impression, even if the business relationship is coming to an end. It shows that you recognize their value and want to leave things on a good note. Third paragraph. Details of the closure. In this section, you'll explain the logistics of the termination. For example, if there are any pending orders, payments, or customer inquiries, you want to make sure these are addressed. You might say something like, "All outstanding orders will be fulfilled by specific date." "Any payments owed should be settled by specific date." An attached statement of account details any pending balances. This paragraph helps clarify the next steps for the recipient. It ensures that there are no misunderstandings about pending business or financial matters. It also reassures them that you are making efforts to ensure a smooth closure. Fourth paragraph, further assistance and clarifications. Here, you'll want to offer further assistance if needed. For example, if you require any documentation or clarification related to our business or its termination, do not hesitate to reach out. This shows that you're still willing to assist, even though the business relationship is ending. It's a professional and courteous way to handle the situation, leaving the door open for future contact if necessary. Closing paragraph, final gratitude and well wishes. In the closing paragraph, you want to thank them once again for their support and understanding during this transition. A good way to phrase this could be, "Thank you once again for your support and understanding during this transition. We wish you continued success in your endeavors." This is your final chance to leave a positive impression, so use it wisely. Expressing gratitude and wishing the recipient well shows that you value the relationship and want to part on good terms. It also maintains a professional tone. Sign off. At the end of the letter, you'll use a formal closing. "Sincerely works well," followed by your name. If applicable, you may also want to include your job title. This is standard business etiquette and helps maintain a professional tone. Attachments. If you have any supporting documents, such as an account statement or final invoice, this is where you would list them. You might say, "Attached are the final statements and any relevant documentation related to our business closure." Including attachments ensures that the recipient has everything they need for reference, helping to avoid any confusion later on. It's a good way to make the termination process smoother. And that's how you write a business termination letter. I hope you found this video helpful. If you need more tips or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.